Hi, it's great to see you on your mat again. I'm Carl. This is Ski Forever Yoga. We're going to do a lengthy session today, full body workout. We're going to get some breathing going, get some energy flowing through the body, and we'll do some balancing moves and some relaxation as well. Let's get started in mountain pose with a few deep breaths. You want to fill the abdomen, then the chest. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pranayama breathing. In for 2, out for 4. 2, 3, 4. Let's get the neck loosened up a little. We'll do some neck rolls over to the left and to the right, full circles, nice and gentle. If you hear some clicking and stuff, make sure you're comfortable. And we'll go the other way, left to right, over the right shoulder, left shoulder, and back to the top. Shoulders up and down. In, out. In, out. One more. And let's roll those shoulders to the back. Shoulder blades down the back. Get a little bit of tingling going in the cervical spine. And forward. Down on all fours for cat-cow. Wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Lead with that tailbone. Inhale for the cow. Exhale for the cat. Abdomen tucked. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. On the cow, just look forward. You don't want to look up because you don't want to scrunch the neck. You're looking forward on the cow. Exhale for the cat. Back to flat back, and let's look to that left toe side. Opening up the right side, breathing into the right side. Back to center, flat back. Looking to the right toe side. Breathing into the left side. Back to flat back. We're going to thread the needle. Left hand under your chin. Right hand comes up. And we're going through the gap. You can put that front hand forward and come down onto your shoulder and the side of your head, or depending on where you're comfortable. Try to keep those hips straight and above the knees. The stretch really opens up that right side. And the left hip as well. We're breathing. Bring the hand back closer to the face and open it back up. Flat back. We'll do the other side. Left arm up. Shoulders aligned. Thread the needle through the gap. Reach that right hand forward. Nice twist through the lower back. If you want, you can bring that arm around to the hip for a half bind. And you're opening up that right shoulder even more. hand down beside the face. And we're opening it back up. Let's come into our first down dog. We're lifting it up, sits bones towards the sky. We're going to pedal it out. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. And chest towards the knees. And breathing. Let's lift that right leg up and through for a low lunge with the knee still off the floor. Don't forget, if you want to use your blocks, you bring the floor closer to you. Always great to have them on hand. And we're going to step up and we'll do a half split. Great place for those blocks. Just lifting that left leg up. If you want, you can take your hands off the blocks. Test your balance a little early. But you can be on the blocks or on the floor. And back up. We'll go to the other side for the low lunge. Left leg forward, right leg back. Opening up that hip flexor. You want to keep the knee over that left ankle, but you can lower that right hip down a little to open up that hip flexor. And we'll come back up for the half split. Once again, you can use your blocks, use the mat, or test your balance. And back up into mountain. And we'll do some sun salutations, starting with sun salutation A. From mountain, we do our upward salute, like you're holding a big beach ball. We'll do the fold down to the floor. Our half lift. Hands down for plank. You can have your knees down if you want. That's a plank. Or you can keep them up. Creases of the elbows facing forward. Weight out on those fingertips to give your wrists a little bit of a break. And we'll come into chaturanga. We can come all the way down. And just a short half lift if you want, or into the full upward dog. And back into downward dog. Step up into mountain. Coming up into that mountain position for the sun salutation A. Let's do another one of those. Starting from mountain. Fold. Full fold. The half fold. Nice flat back. Head reaching forward. Sits bones reaching back. breathing. We'll fold down and into plank. Elbows at a 90. Up into upward dog. You can have your knees on the floor if you want. Makes it a little easier. Or up. You're on the tops of your toes and back into downward dog. Belly tucked. Breathing. And back up into mountain. Energy starting to flow. Breath is providing oxygen throughout the body. If you were a little slow coming into this workout, you should be feeling the energy flowing now. Let's go into some sun salutation Bs. We're going to start in chair pose. Tuck that tailbone down towards the mat. You can sit as low as you wish. Arms can be up. They can be on your hips. Whatever's comfortable. You want to be able to see your toes. Don't have those knees too far over to protect them. Forward fold. The half lift. Plank. Chaturanga. 90 degrees at the elbows. Upward dog. And downward dog. Right leg up and forward into warrior one. Warrior one, you want the right foot on the right side of the mat, left foot on the left side, pointed at a 45, weight going into the knife's edge of that back foot, and the hips are forward. Left hip comes forward, right hip goes back. If you're having trouble, just shorten the stance a little. Warrior one to warrior two. Side angle, right arm on top of the right thigh, and open up into side angle. Peaceful warrior. Left arm down the back leg. Let's straighten out the front leg for a triangle. You come back into that warrior two shape. Front leg is straight. Do not lock out the knee. Keep it a little bit bent. And just reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. And when you can't go any further, just tip it. On the warrior two and on the triangle, that front heel intersects the middle of the back foot. So you're on a single rail, single track. Opening up the inside of the thighs, the groin stretch, and the front thigh. And back up into warrior two, bending that front knee to protect it. And we'll step forward, bend down, back into plank, chaturanga, downward dog, and back into chair pose to finish the sun salutation B. And up into mountain. Sun salutation B on the other side. Let's start with our chair pose. Tailbone pointing down towards the mat. Knees over the ankles. Hands can be on the hips. They can be forward or up. Forward fold. Half fold. Plank. Knees can be down if you want. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Left leg goes up. And we're into Warrior One. Remember to separate those feet, 2 tracks. If you're having trouble getting the right hip forward and the left hip back, just shorten your stance a little bit. And we're into the Warrior One. Warrior Two. And you can open that up as much as you want. We're now on the single track. Peaceful Warrior. Left arm comes up over the head. Right arm reaches down the back leg. Back into Warrior Two. And side angle. Peaceful Warrior one more time. And let's straighten that front leg for triangle, Trikonasana. With those Warrior Two arms, that right hip goes back. You're reaching, reaching, reaching. When you get as far as you can go, just tip it. And you want to have the shoulders aligned as much as possible. If you want, you can look up, test your balance a little bit. Opening up that left inner groin. Keeping the knee slightly bent, don't lock it out. And back up into Warrior Two. And step up into mountain pose. We'll go back down, forward fold, plank, upward dog, downward dog, and we'll step back up into our chair pose. Either side, but we're going to be on this side. Up into our chair to wrap this one up. And back up into our mountain pose. You should feel the good things happening to your body now. Opening it up. Getting the breathing going really well. Monkey chatter's gone. You're focused on what you're doing. Investing in yourself. And we're going to do some balancing moves. So much of life is about balance. So much of skiing is about balance, along with many of the other activities so many of you are taking part in, whether it's golf or cycling or running or climbing. Balance is everything. Let's start with tree pose. In this case, we'll take the left heel, put it above the right ankle, weights on the right leg, and that's a tree pose if you're just getting started. If you want to put a little bit more in terms of balance, there's tree pose below the knee with the left foot just below the knee. Or if you want more, you can lift the foot to the inner thigh. Inner thigh is pressing against the foot's pressing against the inner thigh. And you need to focus on a spot on the floor or on the wall. That's your drishti. And keep those abs tucked. Tuck the abs, it'll help your balance. That's tree pose. We'll do the other side. Heel above the ankle. Heel below the knee. Never on the knee. You never want the pressure of the foot on the knee. Your ankle may be shaking, which is good. You're building strength in the ankle. It's helping with your balance. Once you bring that foot all the way up, press it against the inner thigh while the inner thigh is pressing against the foot. Breathing, focusing on a spot that's not moving. And probably you have one side where the balance is better than the other side. And depending on the day, that can fluctuate a little bit. There you are for your tree pose. Let's do Warrior 3. We're going to start in a high lunge pose. Load the weight, in this case, into the right front foot. You're up on your toe on the back foot and shift the weight forward. This is a great place to start your Warrior 3. And if you want, you're trying to get a 180 with your body from your head to your toe. You can reach the toes forward. And of course, if you have your blocks, this can really help, and you're going to get full effect of the Warrior 3. Right foot down in this case. And you can play around with the hands a little bit. And when you come down, just drop that toe back down and shift your weight back. From Warrior 3, we're going to go into Half Moon. Half Moon's a pose where you may want to use a block. It can come in helpful. It's a similar start. Load up that front foot. Reach down for your block if you want. You can have it on the highest position, or medium, or even low, depending on what you want. So you're starting, and then you're going to open up so that your body faces the front. You still need your drishti. Staring at a single spot, opening up the arm, and Half Moon position. And we come down gently. Now we'll do the other side. We'll switch the block over to the left hand. We'll start out the same way as we did for Warrior 3. Load up the left foot. Use the right toe for balance. Come down onto that block if you want, just for stability. Make sure your abs are tucked. And you're opening up your body to the side. Yeah. If you come out, just come back in. And once again, you'll feel the shake in the ankles, in the leg. But it's just a great move to open up the body and to really improve your balance. Nice series of balancing moves. Let's give the shoulders a little relief. Rotate them back and forward. We can do a standing, one-legged mountain. Stretch out that back a bit. Standing left-legged mountain. Kind of doing a cat with the back. And back down. Now we're going to do some cool down moves. Just make sure we got our stretches. Let's open the legs up wide. Still breathing. And we're going to do a wide forward fold. Flat back, head pointed forward, hands on the hips. And then we'll come down. Let the back come down straight. Head, and the weight of the head will take you all the way down. You can widen out as much as you want and as much as you're comfortable with. Let the head hang down. We're going to place the right hand underneath the face, and we're going to open up the left arm. And we'll do the other side. Opening up the back again. Head comes back down. If you want, you can put your fingers facing the back of the mat and then walk them through. You'll feel that in your hamstrings. And once again, letting your head drop down to the level you're comfortable. As with all yoga, if there's any pinching or burning or jabbing, back off. Nothing should ever hurt. Just nice warm stretches that open you up. Back up to flat back. If you want, you can reach for those feet. Coming back down. And if you want to put your head all the way down on the mat, that's a set-up position for a headstand, depending on whether you have that in your practice or not. And let's bring the feet in and come back up. Now finally, we're going to get onto our backs. Let's just lay down, give it a full stretch. Straighten out that spine. Right leg in. Counter flexing for some of that work we've done on the back. Left leg in. Both knees in. And let's draw some circles on the ceiling. Feet on the mat, shift the hips to the right and let the knees drop to the left. You can look to the right to give you more of a stretch. If you need more, you can take that left leg over the right and open up that right hip even more. Be careful with this one. Inhale into the abs up into the lungs, upper chest, and then out. 1, 2, in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Returning to that pranayama breath. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. feet back on the mat. Shift the hips to the left, drop the knees to the right, and look to the right. In 1, 2, out 1, 2, 3, 4. If you need more, right foot comes over this time, opens up that hip more and the lower back. Legs back on the floor. We're going to do figure 4. This is a alternate way of doing a pigeon pose. Left leg bent over the right thigh, toes pointing towards the knee to protect the knee. Reach through the gap and left elbows opening up the left thigh and hip. Hands are pulling the right leg in. You can straighten out the leg if you want. Nice gentle hip opener. And we'll switch sides. Right leg folded, comes over the left thigh. Toes bent towards the knee. Reach through the gap. This is also a great move after a day of skiing if you want to make sure your hips and thighs don't hurt the next morning, or at least aren't stiff the next morning. This is a great one to do even if you spend a few minutes at it. The right elbow's opening up that right thigh and hip. And you're pulling through. Let's put both feet at the edges of the mat, one on the left, one on the right. And let's windshield wiper our legs gently. We'll rock up into our easy seat for a gentle forward fold. Feet are crossed, spine is straight, and just let your back come down straight as far as you can go while still being comfortable. And once you get as far as you can go, abs tucked, of course, to protect the lower back, just let the body drape over. You can put those elbows on the floor. And we'll roll back up one vertebrae at a time. We'll twist towards the left knee and we'll drape over the left knee. Opening up the right back, breathe into the right lower back. Coming up slowly, over to the right knee. Opening up the left side. Breathe into that left side. When you're breathing into a part of your body, kind of imagine there's a set of lungs there and you're breathing into them, but it really helps to open things up. And back up. To wrap up our practice. with our breath, our pranayama breath. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you very much for joining me on your mat today. I look forward to seeing you again soon. I'm Carl. This is Ski Forever Yoga. Thank you.